rioters. Two men from suburban Chicago were among those arrested during yesterday's siege at the Capitol.
And WGN's Mike Lowe has more information on who they are.
Brad Ruxtalis, the CEO of Schaumburg-based tech company Cogentsia, was one of the people arrested by Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police officers yesterday after a group of domestic terrorists stormed the U.S. Capitol in a deadly attack. A knock on his door in the wealthy northwest suburb of Inverness went unanswered. Several neighbors declined to speak on camera. One told us that Ruxtalis had a Trump campaign sign in his yard recently. Campaign finance records show Ruxtalis made several donations to Trump's campaign. According to the Cogentsia company website, Ruxtalis holds an MBA from the University of Michigan and is an expert in data-driven marketing strategies. His biography was removed from the company's website this afternoon.
Brad Ruxtalis, as an employee of Cogentsia, was acting as an individual during his arrest. Nothing related to Cogentsia. We're currently taking the situation seriously, and we're working with our attorneys, and we're investigating it. And he's currently on an indefinite leave of absence from the company.
There's a curfew. You're under arrest. Another suburban Chicago man was arrested in the aftermath of the storming and ransacking of the Capitol. D.C. Metro Police say 48-year-old tattoo artist David Fitzgerald from Roselle was arrested. On Facebook, he wrote, "Under arrest, surrounded, tell my wife." Fitzgerald has been charged with unlawful entry and breaking curfew at the U.S. Capitol. Other Chicago area people who took part in the Capitol chaos are suffering the consequences. No charges have been filed yet against Chicago real estate agent Libby Andrews, who posted a selfie saying she stormed the Capitol. Today, her employer, At Properties, fired her. The company issued a statement saying, At Properties has received a tremendous amount of outreach over the past several hours, making us aware of the actions of one of our agents, who acknowledged on social media that she, quote, stormed the Capitol yesterday in Washington, D.C. At Properties unequivocally condemns these actions, and the company has severed ties with this agent, effective immediately. And tonight, the FBI is seeking pictures, videos, and tips about the identities of anyone who may have been involved in the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Reporting in Inverness, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
And Mike, new tonight, we also have a statement on behalf of the first individual that he mentioned there, Brad Ruxtalis. He writes, in part, in a moment of extremely poor judgment following the January 6th rally in Washington, I followed hundreds of others through an open set of doors to the Capitol building to see what was taking place inside. I was arrested for the first time in my life and charged with unlawful entry. My decision to enter the Capitol was wrong, and I am deeply regretful to have done so. Without qualification and as a peaceful and law-abiding citizen, I condemn the violence and destruction that took place in Washington. And finally, he writes, I offer my sincere apologies to the men and women of law enforcement for my indiscretion, and I deeply regret that my actions have brought embarrassment to my family, colleagues, friends, and fellow countrymen.